Alright, so my time as a role model was being Chef Junior for University of South Florida Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers chapter. My main role within our organization was to not only help high school students get into the field of STEM, but at the same time understand as to what they want to do and help with their projects as well. Because most of them not only didn't really have an idea of like how to code, but at the same time, usually when they start out their projects, they had a good idea, but didn't have any way to execute it properly. And in a sense, this relates to like being an RA, because for some students, like getting through their first year, they don't really have an idea what to start out with, or like figure out on what things to do. And my role is not only to give advice on that, but at the same time to help deal with a variety of different backgrounds. As some of the high school students I dealt with, they're like pretty silly, but at the same time, they understood what they need to be done and they need help for that. So I was there to help them for the most part. And for the second question, about a time that I worked with someone different, I would say that this was in my this was like last semester, as like some of the engineering organizations they had like a mini hackathon to start out like the first hackathon at USF. So me being my first like mini hackathon, or I would say my first like official hackathon, I was pretty confused for the most part. And the guy I was working with, he was a different major as well. He was a computer science major in his first year, also with a different background. So for us, it was like our first time, and we didn't really have any idea of what to start out with. But eventually, over over time, like through planning and understanding what we wanted, we eventually decided upon starting out with programming like language Java, but also create a mini game of some sort. So after planning out and designing, or I would say about 2 hours, and implementing it, we finally created like a mini office game, which is essentially a maze that you flick a ball around and see where it goes. So it wasn't really like the best project because based on other like projects as well, but in a sense, it was something of accomplishment for both of us because not only did it make a new friend that day, but at the same time, I understood on what needed to be done as well.